Recording. Wonderful. Okay, so we're in Zoom number 3 for cortisol balancing. Congratulations to everybody that we're on this call again. And I'm so excited to introduce all of us again to everybody. Antoinetta is my partner in crime here. Together we have co-created this program that I'm excited to share with you. And Jeannie has come in as our expert in detoxing, and she has lots of great information to share with us. And Antoinetta, why don't you bring on our share the screen so everybody can see what we're doing and how we're going to conduct this Zoom. And while she's doing that, I'll let you know that we have one more Zoom left for next week at the same time to share more information on cortisol and balancing it. And we come at the approach of a holistic transformation where we're going to discuss balancing your hormones through energy work, detoxing, some herbal medications, and a lot of internal clearing. And with that, Antoinetta will discuss some of the energy work through Access Consciousness. And then we'll talk about theta healing. We'll talk a little bit about the program that we will be rolling out to you, which is a 3-month program starting in July. And Jeannie will be our guest speaker. Hopefully we'll also have a few minutes to answer any questions. So welcome everybody. And Antoinetta, you've got the floor.
Thank you very much, Mayra. So here I will explain to you what is Access Consciousness. So this is a huge international platform that was created by Gary Douglas and Dane Heer, Dr. Dane Heer, that is in the United States more than 20 years ago. And this international platform offers energy healing modalities by body processes. So that means you touch the body and you get energy transfer and also exchange. So that is a healing modality, and also verbal processes. And they also have questions where you can just give your brain the sensation and the energy of what you would like to heal, what you would like to change in your life. So Access Consciousness has many specialty classes and certifications. So what we are going to use in the program, that is the verbal processes with the question and also with the clearing statements. Next one. So the ROAR technique, or the ROAR modality, that means Radical Orgasmic Alive Reality, that this modality has been created by Dr. Lisa Cooney, also in the United States, and it releases abuse. So for instance, when we have many health problems or like anxiety or like fear, we are somehow abusing our body and somehow creating this cycle of abuse. Above all, if we don't take care about this, and also if we don't ask for help. And this ROAR modality has the 4 C's. That means choose, commit, collaborate, and contribute. So we start by choosing what is the change we would like to have. We commit in many activities and also tasks what we can change, and we collaborate each other. And this is a huge contribution also for the group. That's why we do this program in a community. Okay, next one. What is Theta Healing? I give the floor to Meira. So she's our Theta Healer certified facilitator, and we did together the program, and I am very happy to have this connection with Meira. So you have the floor, darling.
Thank you, darling. I want to mention that Access Consciousness, I've been working with that modality. I'm not a facilitator, but I've had many treatments, and I just had one recently. I had a 2-hour treatment where I received so much healing and so much transformation. Not only for the body is it wonderful, releasing any pent-up emotions that we have in our system, but also it gives the body a sense of belonging to itself. And I don't know if I'm expressing it correctly, but it's a different way of being in your body. I just felt like my body was at home with itself. So it's a very intricate modality, and I've been utilizing it for quite a while, and I love it. Theta healing has been for me a transformation in my life. I went through the training very recently. Thank God for Corona, because it gave me the space of time to be able to go through the intensive training that we went through. And what I love about it's like express therapy in an instant. You can actually feel how you can remove your the unconscious belief system that is actually fighting against what you want to create in your life. You can remove it within minutes, and you can install a different program. You can elect what you want in your subconscious just by tapping into the theta healing modality. It's such a wonderful tool. It really gives a lot of relief to those that are suffering with things for long periods of time. I had an instance of a woman that I sat in front of, and as we were talking and doing the theta healing, she said, I feel something on my chest. And I asked her, we started to discuss it and to dig a little bit deeper, and she was feeling it for 40 years sitting on her chest. And within 5 minutes, she released it. She was a new woman. You could see the amount of energy that was released from her instantaneously. It's just an amazing, amazing thing. And that's theta healing. I happen to really think that it's wonderful. I've used it. I continue to use it on a daily basis. And what had happened, the story that Antoinette and I have, is that we've used Access Consciousness and theta healing in order to balance cortisol for us. So our story is that we created this group and this program for you because we went through it ourselves, and we see the high value of it. And I know that Jeannie's going to discuss, how cortisol affects your body, but it affects everything in your life. And it's such a gift that Antoinette and I released it and balanced it for ourselves, because not only did it improve my sleep, it also improved my eating choices. The stress eating was relieved, but also I look at it as preventative medicine. All of the diseases that can possibly happen in the future because cortisol is imbalanced, such as heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and many, many other diseases like cancer, is no longer going to be part of my future because I've balanced the cortisol. So I highly recommend that anybody that has any health issues whatsoever, whether it's in eating or it's in sleeping or other health concerns, look and see, is your cortisol balanced? And if it's not, let's talk about it. Yes, so I'm very grateful. Jeannie, are you ready to discuss your contribution to this wonderful group? Yes, we need to hear you for that.
Sorry, I had muted myself.
We're so grateful for you being on this call. I met Ginny just 2 months ago when I was in the United States, and she's such a wealth of knowledge. I know that she's a contribution to the people in her community and as well as to ours. And I'm very grateful. Thank you for joining us, Jeannie.
Thanks for having me. I felt when we met that it was incredibly serendipitous, I guess. Like I just felt like there was definitely a connection for a reason. And clearly, we're here now because of that. So I'm super excited because I'm learning so much about theta healing and access consciousness now that, that day when we were together, that was all new to me. So I've spent some time investigating that as well and how it can impact my community. And I think they're, obviously amazing modalities or I wouldn't be here. But another really big piece of this puzzle has to do with the body's ability to detoxify. And I know that, theta healing and access consciousness can, I know now, I should say, can sort of facilitate that in a different, more cohesive and smoother way than maybe even I was aware of before. So when I work with my community and my clients in the integrative and functional medicine community of which I am a part, we explore all different avenues of someone's lifestyle, not just how they're managing stress, which is a huge piece, and it is really the common denominator in almost everyone that has issues with their adrenals and their cortisol. But it isn't the only piece that's so vital to the recovery process. The other pieces are really all about allowing the body to release toxins that have been stored in the organs for possibly one's entire life. And even if it was only a one-time thing, but every one of us as humans collectively have been exposed to periods of stress. And if this last year has taught us anything, if you weren't exposed to anything before, you sure as heck have been now in the last, like, let's say 15 to 16 months, right? Because of the global pandemic. But let's face it, even before that, each human has experienced times of disease or illness, depending on how you look at it, highs and lows of life, we all ebb and flow in the highs and the lows during our lifetime. Less than perfect food choices and exposure to toxins with or without our knowledge, just being in a workspace or a home. This is a place where you feel safe and well, and you don't realize that something in your living space is possibly causing an inability to detoxify because of maybe mold or a food that you're choosing that's causing, that could be causing, I'm trying to think of the right word, just a sensitivity in your body, something that you don't even realize that you're eating a benign ingredient. And you think that it's fine because you don't have the usual symptoms like possibly digestive or skin eruptions or something, but meanwhile it's doing a really, really slow change inside your body. So one of the most important pieces of this entire process is going to be working deep inside by using a particular protocol of supplements and food choices during the 90 days that we're together to allow the body to release those exposures and that lifetime of built up toxins inside your body, inside your organs that we all, including myself, have amassed over my lifetime. So, I can, talk about how, and I know you've gone over this in the other calls because I've watched the recordings. I can go over the importance of not having cortisol turned on all the time, right? We aren't being chased by tigers and dinosaurs and we, you know, so we don't need it turned on all the time, but we do need to be able to access it when we need it. And when it is turned on all the time, that's when your adrenals become burned out and can no longer function at their optimum level. And then our body doesn't know when we do need cortisol. So we're all upside down and turned around. So by pulling in the, you know, the access consciousness and the theta healing during the same time while we're releasing the toxins, we're allowing our body to relax and lean into what it knows, what it needs to do naturally.
Yes.
But it all has to be done sort of in the same concert during this same time period. And then at the end of this time, your cells will be singing and feel that lightness and that release that you've awaited, like the way Myra just explained, this woman who had 40 years of heaviness in her chest, and suddenly that weight was lifted. So this is going to be a time of taking all the modalities together and allowing your body to do what it knows it needs to do naturally, but giving it the tools that it needs together during this time.
Yeah, it's wonderful because we've got several practitioners such as yourselves that are coming together, and we're approaching the whole cortisol balancing from so many different aspects. We're going to have meditation through bowls, singing bowls. You yourself are going to bring the whole aspect of detoxing. We've got a coach coming on, you know, to help everybody through their health crisis. I know that both Antoinette and I went through a natural detox for a few days after we had the clearing done. And both of our systems are very clear, you know, relatively speaking. You know, I haven't had sugar or flour in 2 years. I don't smoke, never smoked, never drank alcohol. So my system is relatively clear. And yet I've had the symptoms of detoxing, I would say for close to a week. 1 day intensive, but close to a week of just elimination, the natural elimination. And that's a clean system, a relatively clean system. I don't have any mold. I don't have any other internal issues in my home, and my eating is very, very clean. So if anybody has any additional detoxification reasons, it's going, all of the support that we're offering will actually be the difference between success and failure in balancing the hormones. I would never recommend for anybody to go and to do a detox on their own without any support. And I wouldn't recommend doing an energetic balancing of cortisol on their own as well. Because as I said, both Antoinette and I did that. We had the support of each other with clean systems, and yet we went through a week of a little bit of a health issue. It wasn't too intense, but there was a day, a little over a day, that I couldn't get out of bed, which was amazing. Yeah.
Exactly. And it is important to mention also that we offer what did work for us. So that's why, let me share the screen of the 3-month program. Wait a minute, let me share that. Okay, here. So we have, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Let me
No,
check.
not yet. We're still on the screen of the guest speaker.
Okay. One more. It takes a little bit of time. Wait a minute, I will stop sharing. So it takes time here now.
While you're looking, if you don't mind me kind of interjecting, I don't want to lose another important piece of what I was bringing today, and that is that during this time, when I talk about the detoxification period, we're talking about a supplement protocol and using essential oils to manage the emotions that go along with that detoxification process, because you can, while you're experiencing the release of the food sensitivities and the environmental or possible personal care toxins that have been stored for you, you are also going to be experiencing, emotions. You're making lifestyle change. And like you mentioned, Mayra, and acknowledged, Antoinetta, is that during that time of maybe the detoxification, after you've been cleared and as you're releasing, you will experience some emotions. We've all grown to sort of identify with our being, what we are now. Some of us actually hold on to symptoms just because it's so ingrained in our identity.
Right.
So there's a lot of emotional release there as well. And, my expertise lies in choosing essential oils to help the body to process that by connecting those chemical constituents with the receptors in the brain and throughout, all the cells in the body. And at the same time, using the supplements to allow the body to release during that period. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to tie that up before we move on to the next piece.
Absolutely. And I don't know of a program that is so multifaceted that really is taking the issue, whatever that issue right now, we're talking about cortisol, but taking that issue of cortisol and coming at it from so many different aspects so that, there's support on every single level that we need, which is totally amazing. It's such a contribution because I don't know of any other program like this. It's amazing. Yeah.
Exactly. Shall I share the screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now, you can see here. You let me put
There we
a like
go.
if you. Okay. So this is our program. You can think that each box is 1 month. We start by the detox. Actually, we have 2 weeks for establishing our goals, for making questions, how the person is starting the program. So, and we have this 1 month of detoxing, we have the time of change, and we achieve the goals by the 3rd month. And we have one-on-one sessions every week and one group meeting every week. So Meira, maybe you would like to add something in this picture?
Yes, during this whole time that we're going to have group meetings, we will have our support team, which at this point, we're five consultants, all of us with our specialties. Each one of us will be facilitating a group session and giving lots of support and information. We will also have one-on-one sessions, both Antoinette and I will have one-on-one healing sessions with each and every participant in our group. And we will be supporting that for 3 months. It's a 3-month program. The first 2 months are very active in creating the change we want. And the last month is really just integrating all of that. During the 3 months, we will have partnerships within the group. You'll have a buddy who you'll have access to throughout the program, and hopefully the relationship will build and you'll be able to continue that relationship. You will have access to Antoinette and I on a weekly basis for a personal session, which is really an amazing gift. And we're going to walk this walk with you. We're going to do the program along with you. All 5 of us will be completely integrated into the system, and we want the success of for everybody that goes through this program. That's the aim. It's an unprecedented program, and I'm very excited for anybody that decides to join us. Our registration will be opened at the end of the month. We will be advertising that on our Facebook group page, and we invite you to invite your friends, because Your health is the most important thing. And I think globally, we've come to realize that it's the one thing that we must pay attention to and keep our health up, because if we don't do it, who is going to do it for us? It's so critical. So I invite people to join us.
I will stop sharing. Yes, exactly. So we still have one meeting next Sunday.
Yes.
And well, let's invite people and let's join our program. So we share whatever did work for us, and we have the support, and we know which tools we are going to use in any case. And we are a team, actually. Yeah.
Yes. A wonderful team of 5 women that are experts in their own fields. So yes, share this video with whomever you want to help, and to your health. And in Hebrew, they say l'chaim, to your health. So may we all be blessed eternally with good health. And thank you so much, everybody, for watching the video. And I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.